How's it going, beautiful people? My name is the Seasoned Dragon, and welcome to Elden Ring. Now, initially I said I wasn't going to wind up recording this game for YouTube, but recently I have decided to change my mind. I've beaten the game, and now I just want to see how it goes. I do have a build planned out for this, so I should be ready. And for it, the best class for it is Vagabonds. I'm gonna do that just for the sake of it. Old Dude, Origin Vagabond, Keepsake. There's the Crimson Arrow Medallion, which increases your HP. Lance Between Rune, which just gives you like a bunch of ability to level up right off the bat. The Golden Seed lets you upgrade your flask. Fanged Imp Ashes. Ashes are able to fight for you. The Cracked Pot, crafting. If I find a bully old prawn. I'll usually go with the Lands Between Rune for this, just for extra level ups. Kind of like that, so let's screw around a little bit more. So I'll try to make it look, I almost look like weathered and rugged. Like it just fought a war. I want to go for that good old salt and pepper. That's hilarious. Like that for him. Eyebrows, you want them to be gigantic. That works. Facial hair. Can we get an even bigger beard? Hell yeah. Eyes, we kind of can't tell, so can you move a little bit? Thank you. I want it to be like a stormy gray. That works. Now we're ready. Let's go. I don't spend like hours in character creator because I'm not very good at it. I just like to do very basic stuff that I know how to do.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
It would be a Souls game without an incredibly lengthy opening cutscene. Also, with the Vagabond sharing equipment, you fat roll. I'd take off the halberd. This is you back into medium rolling territory. You either go with the sword and shield or just the halberd. I prefer the sword and shield. Oh jeez, you can see my eyes there. Also, it sounded a bit narcissistic. The whole Tarnished of no renown really does strike true of yours truly. I did end up covering Elden Ring a little bit late because I wanted to beat it on my own first. And with that, I am a lesser YouTuber compared to people like either Souls covers like Pride or Chase the Pro. But I'm here now. As you can see, I got my block, I got my swing, I got my parry, and in this game, look, you can jump. And this is your first boss. You have no healing, and it's quite opposing. As you can see, you're meant to die here. Let's see how close I get to beating it. Answer is that close. I got one hit off and I got wombo comboed. There was nothing I could do. Well, I guess life happens. That does not count as a death, by the way. And yes, I have a piece of paper next to me that I'm going to be using to handle my death counter. You'll find it in the description of the videos, as well as my actual build plan. So you can get a sneak peek of what I'm going for. Much like the late game bosses, with the death total hits several dozen.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
This is why I don't go out drinking all that much. Flask of Tears, Flask of Cerulean Tears. Cave of Knowledge lies below. Brave Tarnished, take the plunge of lever of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war, your warrior's blood. It always bugs me that some people will say that the tutorial is a bit hard to, or a bit easy to miss. It's basically saying Site of Grace, the bonfire equivalent. The tutorial isn't really that hard. Not that easy to miss. As long as you are looking for it. And as you can see, I barely looked at that. I just talked to the first NPC and read the first message I saw. Although a friend of mine did miss it on his first playthrough, where I saw it almost immediately. Let's try something. Fuck. I expect that attack to be so slow. I'm usually fairly proficient at this game. Homeboy up there is a crossbow, so you gotta book it for your life. There's a class that starts with a bow that you can shoot back with. Apologies if I sound a little bit hoarse. It is the spring season, so allergies are currently winning the war against me. Oh, don't be a bit. You know what? Screw it. Don't just chill behind your shield, buddy. So the stats of the Vagabond are pretty good to start off. Most of them are pretty close to where you want them to be for endgame, hilariously. This thing is not a parry shield. The two stats that are going to end up leveling a lot for endgame is vigor and faith. Say, guess what? This is a faith build. I suppose I do want to go on a tangent for a little while and say I did actually like this game pre-release, or I suppose on release. I'll be honest and say that I definitely expected like Dark Souls 4, so to speak. Sure, some different mechanics, but mostly just Souls. It's not really that. It has a much more different identity. It's very open world and intriguing. Which isn't a bad thing, it's not exactly what I had in mind. Of course, I'm not really a game developer, so I don't have the ability to talk about that very much, but I'm allowed to complain a little bit. Of course, this game did have some issues on launch. One thing, the frame rate was locked at a solid 20. By the way, what's this? Nice first boss, eh guys? He deserved the teabag. That was terrible. Yeah, that's really the first boss of our journey. God, he's terrible. As I was saying, the game ran at a solid 20 FPS. Sometimes even now it will struggle a little bit. But it is mostly in the control to where it can run from 30 to 40. It's just a bit of an issue because I like better frame rates, dang it. This thing over here, remember this. We'll come back for it in a little while. I'll allow for multiplayer if I were online. I'm not, because I also cannot log into the game's servers. I just get stuck with the logging into the Elden Ring game server until I force quit the game. I've asked around on Steam forums and on Reddit if anyone knows the solution to the problem, and no one has told me one, so if anyone does know in the comments, please let me know. I want to be able to play online, even though the multiplayer of this game kind of sucks. Also, welcome to the first area of the game, Limgrave. Let me get this side of grace. And then there's the Guidance of Grace, where you can see, also you can press G to open the map, these lines lead you to where you want to go.
Oh yes, Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a Tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guide to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
Right. He has given us our first objective. Go to that castle in the distance over there. Stormvale Castle. At least my advice for new players is make your way straight, well, almost straight there. You want to avoid that guy because you aren't ready. Hell, I'm not ready. Don't worry, we'll come back for you. Don't think I'll forget about you. I never forget. Never. The Church of Ella. You want to touch grace? I often like to joke touch grass with that. Level 1 smithing stone. You get this to upgrade your weapons. Won't focus on that too much because there is a weapon I want to use, which, as you can see, I don't have yet.
You're a Tarn, and I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
You can buy throwing dagger, telescope, these, practice pot, crafting kit, lets you make things pretty useful. Things expand your crafting repartee, arrows and bolts, a torch, worse shield than what I have, chain armor, and then a bit of knowledge.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself. Let's say you're a...
I am going to get myself the crafting kit.
Goodbye.
Actually, but you make things. Also, look at this nice little dog. For some reason, it is tradition in Elden Ring for people to call literally everything that exists a dog. Which is great. The turtle is a dog. The donkey is a dog. The dog is a dog. I love this game. Games community. Someone's invisible. You tell me you mastered the power of instant transmission? Sometimes the game will glitch like that. Nothing a lot when I first was playing at 20 FPS. Although nowadays just occasionally happens because the game is, strange. Yeah, sometimes enemies out of aggro range just won't appear. I don't even know what that was, but it's dead now. Kind of funny you get tracked up by the floating lights. I can see you properly. I spoke too soon. This concerned me because there's a point coming out where I would like vision of my enemies. I'm not getting there. Yes, I am. As you can see on this map, there's this little obelisk thing. I think it's very important, so I can put a marker by it so I know to go for it. First of all, the hardest part of the early game. Is it probably chugging because I'm recording? Ow. I'm gonna be all sneaky beaky about this, because the Gatefront Ruins is home to a large group of enemies. Oh no. Doing this Chad. Fall back. This guy's a bit of a beast. This is terrible. I bungled this. I was not that I can't see most of them. The only guy I can see is the most terrifying one. God, this is so much harder when you can't see. Well, that's death number one. Bollocks. When you die, you're either taken back to the last site of Grace you rested at, or Stake of Marika. Quite often, the Stake of Marika is closer to large groups of enemies or boss fights. Plus the penalty of getting overwhelmed. Which is nice and all. It allows you to mediate the amount of run back you need for a boss without the need to place bonfires everywhere and clog up the map. Come on, come at me. Alright, let's go. How you thought. No. Oh, this is like the slowest fight ever. Done. Good fight. Did you see that? For some reason, both went ultra speed. They just shuffled him. It looks really weird and hilarious. I don't actually remember what's in this chest. Flail. Gonna use that. Make a dream. I do actually want to mess around with it a little bit. So it'll probably be like a secondary weapon of mine. I'm trying to get what I came here for. A map. Oh, fuck off, you insufferable bastard. Come at me if you dare. That's the thing I do like in this game. If you hit a critical attack, like a backstab, on an enemy, the other enemies get knocked away by the sheer force of the blow. Godric Soldier Greaves. I do believe that's better armor, so let me throw that on. Yeah, it's just better armor. A little bit heavier, but it's fine. That was awesome. I staggered them both with the same guard counter. So that is what I'm doing. The way you do it is you do a heavy once your shield has been pinged by an attack. Deals a good bit of damage and staggers the hell out of whatever you hit with it. As you can see, it instantly breaks these Godric Knights' poise, allowing me to get a critical attack and just cut them open. Like that. Okay, it's not all that bad one-on-one. That's all of them. Allow me to use the Lance Between rune. That gives you 3k runes. Touch Grace, Tarnished.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. the Finger Maidens. They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect. Shall I turn your runes to strength? Share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions,
So
the
4 levels.
principles you would follow.
I'm going to use this to get 19 vigor. So now I get to level 13. Also, you get up, she just dips. Also, the thing she gave me. I'm going to... This is like a quick item select, so I'm going to put this here, because I get a horse. You can see you can do swings on either side of you. And you can jump, and then double jump. You still pick up stuff and fight whilst on a horse. And I'm going to leave this episode of Elden Ring here. Off camera, I will head out this way, because this way lies the weapon I want. And grab a map for this area as well, for we will... Actually, won't be exploring it too much next episode. Also, keep an eye on this little marker here in the maps. It'll be important. But anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it off. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Rhys is using Dragon, signing off.